Hey everyone, XPClay here, and in today's video we'll be taking the duty support into fight Ifrit. I decided not to record with the audio and video because at the time of recording there was a party going on in the house, so there's a lot of noise going on. Right now we're going through the cinematic. And apologies, you may hear some background chatter, and just because there's quite a few people in the house, I will try my best to make sure it's minimized. Enjoy the show, everybody. Here he is himself, the Lord of the Inferno. So once the cinematic's done, we'll be entering the Bowel of Embers and fighting Ifrit. So Ifrit is aligned with fire, therefore all of his attacks revolve around flames and scorching attacks. In the battles in Final Fantasy XIV, you range from normal to extreme. So I think there's like 3 different flavors of battles that you get to go throughout the series. So the way I look at it is, Ifrit is kind of like a demonic beast who's got like really strong, thick, burning horns and molten skin, very muscular build. And now that we've got his attention, Ifrit looks like he's going to flex his big-ass muscles. Slaps the ground, creates a nice fire circle, and then pretty much is going to show us how sneaky his breath is here while having flames burn to our souls. Alright, let's fight. Let's do it. No mercy. Duty commence. So the tank is going to take a nice fire breath to the face. Good thing he's got the big strong armor. And ooh, big pushback. We all survive, not a problem. It's on easy mode, baby. Although Ifrit does have a strong hatred for mortals and anyone who opposes him, he doesn't realize that he is taking on the Warrior of Light. So he's not going to be able to bend me to his will. He's not going to be able to take us on, boys. Although this is the easiest of the fights that you have to face Ifrit in, you still have to manage some of the damage in the later fights, like you got to manage his eruptions, stay clear of the radiant plumes, most in the harder difficulties. This is pretty much you can just take every mechanic and not really worry about it too much. So in the world of Final Fantasy XIV, primals like Ifrit are not a natural occurring being. They're actually manifestations of faith, brought into existence when a group of believers channel a massive amount of aether. So when primals such as Ifrit are actually summoned, they are draining aether from the land, which is weakening the environment and disrupts the balance of nature. They consume so much of that energy to summon these primals that it's a pretty big threat to Eorzea, which is the land that Final Fantasy XIV is in. Now that Ifrit's health is below half, the fight begins to intensify a little bit, where all the DPS have to pretty much dodge ground mechanics, otherwise you're taking these slaps to the face. Don't want to do that. Tank will continue to keep the boss facing away from the rest of the party, and we just do the same thing over and over, spank the DPS and avoid mechanics. With very little health left and the limit break not quite full gauged, I'm just going to pop it off, finish off Ifrit, and we'll have some final cinematics at the end. I'll let that run through. I'll try not to talk, and that's it. Thanks everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe. Really helps the channel out and gives me a little bit extra confidence. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.